What is good, collective? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am a intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to yet another pick a card reading with me on today. So today's topic, um, I guess, is like a crush type of reading, but the specific topic that I chose was who's about to shoot their shot. Um, yeah, who's about to shoot their shot with you, group number, not group, who's about to shoot their shot with you, collective. We have three groups here. Group number one with this card of the photographer, group number two here with the gem bro, and then group number three with the rock star. Um, Make sure you are choosing with your intuition so that way you choose the group that will resonate with you the best. Feel free to choose more than one group if you feel so called to do so. Um, but yeah, we have three groups. When you have selected your group that you would like to listen to, check out the comment section below, and the timestamp to your designated reading will be there. So I will see you all at your designated reading. Peace out. What is good, group number one? For those of you who are drawn to the first card here with the photographer, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on who's about to shoot their shot towards you. So you chose card number 36 with the photographer. It says observant and always ready. He'll capture everything except the moment you actually want. So this could be somebody who has been watching and observing you for a while. With the camera here, I'm also picking up the energy of social media. So this could be somebody who's been kind of watching your social media, watching what you post. This could be somebody who, likes or comments under your post quite often. Um, whether a real profile, fake profile, I don't know, take what resonates, but I feel like for sure this person has absolutely been watching you. You've definitely been on this person's radar for, it feels like, quite a while. Um, Now I'm also picking up the energy of this could be somebody who has been observing you at a place where you frequent. So this could be like a grocery store, maybe somebody around in your neighborhood, um, like a neighbor or something. I'm also seeing like an apartment complex. And I'm also seeing somebody like walking their dog and like somebody, this is a little creepy, but but I mean it happens. Like somebody's walking their dog in the neighborhood and then like a person kind of like looking out their window, checking that person out. I don't know, that could be very specific for somebody here. Maybe somebody, notices you or sees you when you're walking your pet. Um, but yeah, this definitely again feels like somebody who has been, you know, taking notice of you for a while. They really like what they see. They're very physically attracted to you. And I'm drawn to all this. I forget what it's called, but I know it's like the Northern Lights, um, which gives a very ethereal energy. So I feel like this person views you as somebody who's very ethereal. I'm also seeing the Fool, so um, you may come off as very like free spirited, kind of carefree type of vibes. And I feel like this person is very, very drawn to that. I feel like this person could be very similar in that way also. Yeah, it's just something about your vibe. Even if this person's never actually spoken to you, from afar, this person really, really enjoys your vibe. They really enjoy the energy that you give off. Um, and they're very curious to actually have, conversations with you or, maybe take you out. Um, but yeah, let's get some more cards about this person. Here, guys, what else can you tell us about the person that's getting ready to shoot their shot? For group number one. Okay. So it's funny that I was just talking about like somebody peeking out their blinds, and it literally looks like these are blinds, and the person's kind of like peeking through. So for sure, again, this is somebody who's absolutely been watching you. You've been on this person's radar for quite a while. I feel like the hesitance of this person, not approaching you sooner. I feel like for many of you, this person doesn't know whether or not you're in a connection or not already. They're coming off with this hero energy. They come off as very respectful. They don't want to come in and, be like a home wrecker or, um, anything like that. This person seems like a very, very good and decent individual. You have hero or heroine. It says passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Um, so this person could be someone who is on their own spiritual journey. It feels like this person, may be spiritual already, or they may be starting like spirituality or starting their own spiritual journey. Even if they're like religious, it's still they're still taking a more spiritual approach to things. Um, so that could be something that y'all even like bond over or click about. Um, maybe you post spiritual related or spirituality related stuff on your social media. Maybe this person engages with it. Maybe this person wants to have like, a deeper conversation about, certain beliefs or certain things that you may post about. I'm seeing somebody who posts like, inspirational quotes or, what are they called? Like little spiritual like memes or I feel like there's a specific word for it. I just can't think of it right now. Um, some of you may even post or talk about like astrology, certain transits happening, things like that. This person is just very curious about that. With this shapeshifter energy, I feel like this is somebody who's very adaptable. They can adapt to just about any situation and environment that they're put in. This is somebody who's very multifaceted. Um, I'm picking up a little bit of neurodivergent vibes from this person also. I feel like this is somebody they have they're very mature. They have a very they're very intellectually mature, and they're also very emotionally mature here as well. So yeah, something about them being they're wanting to be respectful towards you is very significant here. Um Again, they don't want to come in and be disrespectful towards like anybody that you may be already dating. Even if you're not dating anybody, they still that could be something that's in the back of their mind is, oh, I don't want to approach group number one, and then they get upset or get offended. They want to really treat you or approach you in a very respectful way. um so they may kind of start off with like um, just kind of starting off a little bit small, um, getting like page energy. It may be something like, hey, I really like this post that you posted the other day. I think about some of the same things sometimes. They're it seems like they will start off by trying to build connection through some sort of similar interest. What else, Spirit? What else? Something about like the way this person dresses, something significant about um, how they are at, let's say, work versus how they are when they're at home. So, for instance, maybe this person has to, you know, wear slacks and a button-up shirt at work, but when they're at home, they prefer to be in like sweatpants or, shorts, t-shirt. They like to when they're not in a professional environment, they enjoy dressing down. So some of you, this person could have to wear like a uniform to work, or they may just have a certain dress code at work. But again, when they're at home, um, they prefer to keep it very casual. I feel like this person could be very physically active also. They may enjoy going to the gym, or they may enjoy like going running or walking. But I feel like this person is physically active. They have a very youthful vibe and energy to them. This person could be in their 20s. I'm also getting early to mid 30s. Ooh, I'm also seeing 40. So somebody could be 40 or in their 40s. But despite their age, they come off as like very, very mature for their age. Okay, tell us a little bit more about this energy, Spirit. I feel like this person is very charismatic and very ambitious. They have, dreams and goals for themselves, and they're not the type to just sit back and just kind of wait for things to happen. This is the type of person that takes action on their goals. Um, now, when it comes to like, shooting their shot with you, they could be a little bit hesitant. It's something about you that could kind of intimidate this person. Again, is I'm picking up intimidation. I'm also picking up, what I was talking about a little bit earlier about, this person just not being sure about like your current relationship status. You may be a little bit hard to read, or this person just may not know too much about you. They may just kind of, again, see you from afar, um, but haven't actually talked to you to actually get to know you better. Tell us a little bit more. So, fire sign energy, Leo, heavy on the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You got Two of Cups here. So this person, I feel like is because you got the Tower here. They may just kind of pop up unexpectedly, or they may just kind of shoot their shot very unexpectedly. I feel like you're not gonna see it coming. Um, I feel like they may kind of make a little bit of a impulsive action towards you. They may come in with this Ten of Cups energy on in a very friendly way of wanting to build friendship with you, um, under the guise of, they want, an actual, romantic connection with you with this Two of Cups and this Four of Wands. I feel like they kind of see you as, they see a lot of potential of a long-term connection and relationship with you. Three of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So somebody in this connection could be kind of healing from a past relationship, a past heartbreak, or a past betrayal. Um, and I feel like coming into this connection will assist with that healing um, through experiencing an actual love and connection with somebody that is truly aligned with them. I feel like maybe this person has had connections in the past to where it wasn't. I'm hearing true love. Um, so it wasn't like truly aligned relationships and connections. It could have been with this tower energy, a lot more karmic. Now people give karmic relationships a bad rap. Um, Karmic relationships are meant to teach a specific lesson. It's meant to, push you towards your highest timeline, your highest good. Um, so being in a karmic relationship or a karmic connection doesn't necessarily mean anything negative or bad. It's just a specific, lesson that is meant to be learned, within that experience. Um, for whatever reason, it may help you to grow, it may help you to mature. Some, especially like if somebody's like a fuck boy or something like that, they may experience a karmic relationship that helps to kind of, straighten them up a little bit, teaching them that you can't be out here playing with people's hearts. They may get their heart played with um, through a karmic connection to help them, learn that hey, you can't do that to everybody because what if it happens to you? And it's not to say that this person has gone through that. Or at least have been on the negative side of it. But I definitely am picking up like, some people, I feel like this person may have gone through quite a bit of, lessons in the past, and they kind of just want something a little bit more fun, a little bit more, you know, kind of at ease. I'm also picking up maybe this person has rushed connections in the past. And that's maybe why they're wanting to come in on a more friendly level. So y'all may start off as friends, and if y'all, choose to take things further, I definitely see that in the cards for you. You got the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups here. So this is definitely, um, you know, a potential for a higher level of commitment. Now, with the tower energy, this could spark a spiritual awakening for either one or both of you. Um, it doesn't give karmic, but it does give, like, again, like there's a little bit of healing or maybe some wounds that may need to be kind of healed or patched up. And I feel like the both of you will help each other with that. Anything else on this? I feel like overall the connection seems quite promising. I didn't really expect to. Yeah, I'm not a negative reader. I'm just a very real and truthful and upfront reader. If this is if I'm seeing that this is more of a fun time versus a long time, then I'm gonna say that. But I am seeing at least with these cards that this could be something that's around for a long time versus just a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time, but it could also be potential for a very long time also. Um, there seems to be an actual, soul connection here. And with this Four of Wands energy, I am getting house energy. So this could be somebody like in your neighborhood, somebody that maybe live in your apartment complex, in your subdivision, or maybe just very near and close to you, or somewhere that you may frequent often. Maybe you go running, around your neighborhood, and this person sees you running often. But this does give very familiar energy. Oops. Anything else, Spirit? I don't think so. So, group number one, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So, let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, what is good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to the um, second card here of the Gem Bro, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on who is getting ready to shoot their shot with you. So you have the Gym Bro, sculpted and confident, all muscles, all hustle, protein shake not included. Okay, so this could be somebody who you may know from the gym, somebody who kind of watches you at the gym if you go. Um, doesn't have to be. I'm drawn to the word sculpted, but not in a physical way. I mean, physically, this person could, like, their body could be banging. I mean, the card here shows it all, um, literally. But this feels more so in a character way, um, or attributed way. So I feel like this person has. I feel like this is somebody who may have gone through quite a bit of experience. I mean, and this is normal for everybody. Everybody goes through this. That's human nature. But somebody who's going through certain experiences in their life that has really sculpted, their personality. There is really sculpted their maturity and who they are as an individual today. Um, but this could be, specifically, having gone through certain relationships or connections, whether platonic or romantic, that has kind of led them to who they are, today, and um how they are in connections, how they approach relationships and connections. Um Maybe for some of you, this person maybe in the past could have been very insecure. They could have been very, because I'm seeing somebody, especially with gym energy here, maybe this person had a really big, like, physical glow up, is what I'm picking up. So, maybe in their youthful years, they could have been, a little bit more on the chubby side, or kind of a little bit overweight. Maybe there were some certain experiences, or maybe even health related experiences that, kind of woke them up and be like, okay, I had this health scare, so I need to get my ass in the gym, or I need to start eating healthier. I need to start eating better. Um, and as this person, started to, glow up and lose weight. I'm getting ugly duckling energy. So maybe, in their youth years, they could have, not been the best looking. They had to kind of grow into their looks or grow into their body. But now as an adult, this person, they look really, really good nowadays. And that has sculpted their confidence, and sculpted, their now personality of who they are today. Um, Somebody could really like energy drinks. I'm drawn to the energy. It's probably like a pre-workout or something, but I'm getting energy drink. This person could be strong physically and very strong mentally as well. Let's get some more cards. This is somebody who you know or know of. Some of you may work with this person. Some of you may um, go to school with this person, like college, or take a class or a course. You may see them around campus. Um, yeah, it's giving the energy of like you know this person, and not necessarily even just know of, but it feels like you actually know this person. Tell me a little bit more about this person coming in to shoot their shot for group number two. Okay. So you have guide and then hermit. So this could be somebody who's quite an introvert, or more so of a homebody. I feel like they're, um, physical body wise, you may look at a gym person or somebody so muscular and very good looking, and you may assume like, oh, this person is probably really extroverted, or they may like to go out and flex their muscles, or, flex their looks in front of people. I don't feel like that's this person. This person doesn't come off as like a show off. You got a lot of people who have really nice bodies and they like to show it off by like being in public a lot, wearing like revealing clothing and things like that. But this person doesn't really come off as that. This person seems very humble. Um, Again, it just seems like they may just be very physically fit for the sake of their health. Um, I'm also picking up for some of you, this person, um, it could have been somebody in their family who had health issues or like a health scare that caused this person to get on a journey of, prioritizing their health. So this could be, maybe they had a father or a mother or a close relative that may have passed due to like, let's say for instance, heart issues or something like that. Um, and so this person's like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. So let me start going to the gym. Let me start taking better care of my health. Let me start doing more cardio to take better care of my heart. Um, or so and so passed due to liver issues. So I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. I'm going to start drinking more water. So it seems like something may have happened in their life that caused them to, make these changes. Um, but kind of getting back to what I was saying before, it seems like this person's quite introverted. They may enjoy more so being a homebody, than, going out in the nightlife. They go out every here like here and there every once in a while. Um, but I feel like they just may prefer to be at home, to chill up on the couch, to cuddle, to, watch a movie, or let's order takeout. Um, they enjoy their alone time. For somebody here, this person could either currently or maybe in the past struggle with being a bit of a avoidant. Is something that's coming through here also. Something significant about a hobby that this person has. They may do something creative for a hobby, or they may make things as a hobby. I feel like this person is quite spiritual also. Now, whether they actually practice spirituality or not, I don't know. It could, some of you, yes, others, no. But it's something about this person's wisdom. They have a lot of wisdom within them, and they enjoy sharing that wisdom with others. They're very energetically sensitive, which is probably why they're so introverted and don't go out too often because they may pick up on energy very easily, and it could be very draining for them. That may even resonate with you too, group number two. But yeah, this person comes off as very, very wise. This person could be older than you, is what I'm picking up also with this hermit energy. Usually, hermit in the tarots is depicted of like an elderly man. Um, take what resonates, but this person could be, a little bit older than you, or there could be a significant age gap here. Um, yeah, there could be a significant age gap. Why am I hearing sugar baby? So I don't know, somebody may want to approach you to be like your sugar daddy, your sugar mama, or something like that. That's not for everybody. That's definitely not for everybody. This person may enjoy traveling also. I'm seeing somebody who takes trips to like tropical places. I'm hearing cruise, and I'm also hearing cruising. Ooh, let me find out. Um, I am picking up a little bit of LGBTQ plus energy here also. What is it, LGBTQ plus or LGBTQIA plus, something like that. I don't know. It's a lot of letters that keep on being added to it, but could be a part of that community, of our community. Take what resonates. Definitely not for everybody. Again, anything else with these cards? What's at the bottom of the deck? Student. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So this person is giving Sagittarius energy here also. You got Sagittarius, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Um, and what else am I picking up? A little bit of Libra and Aquarius energy here also. But this person could be a student of life. They enjoy learning. They may enjoy learning things about you. They may enjoy learning things about other things. They may enjoy reading. This person could be a student. This could be school related. Maybe you know this person from school, or y'all attend school together now, or maybe y'all attended school together in the past. But it seems like this person really, really enjoys learning. They enjoy like facts. Um, this person could be somebody who always has a fact on their, like a fact on hand. Um, or like little random little bits of knowledge here and there. But I'm getting like random facts is very significant towards this person. It's giving a little neurodivergent vibes. I'm hearing somebody being like, "Did you know this?" or "Did you know that?" It may come off a little smug at times. I've noticed that's how quite a bit of like neurodivergent people tend to come off to neurotypicals. But it's never that. I don't feel like this person is like cocky or arrogant or anything. They may be very confident, um, but it's not really giving ego or, cocky, arrogant. What else? What else? Get a few tarot cards. I feel like this person could be very sexually attracted to you also. They're very physically attracted to you. Something about you're very much their type. I feel like this person has a type and you fit that very well. This came out in reverse. Eight of Pentacles, you could work with this individual. Again, Eight of Pentacles gives like school energy. It talks about learning or teaching. Just depend on how you look at it or what other cards are by it. But yeah, this could be somebody who you may have worked with, or you may have gone to school with. Somebody here could work in a school, and this person could know you from there. This could be like a parent. Take what resonates. It's not for everybody. Ooh, okay. So yeah, somebody this could be like one of your students' parents, not a student. We ain't get into that. But like a student's parent. Do people still do that nowadays? Date parents? I don't know. Page of Swords in reverse. This person could have a smart mouth on them. They could be quite witty, very quick with it. Um, yeah, something about this person have a very smart ass mouth. Y'all may have like little banter with one another, and this could be, a sign of how you know this person. Maybe if this kind of fits the mold of a current dynamic that you have with somebody. This person could definitely be crushing on you and wanting to shoot their shot with you. But it's giving like banter, little fun, flirty type of banter. I feel like they may view you as a little mysterious with this Queen of Wands in reverse. You may come off as a little mysterious or a little bit hard to read. I'm getting the word shelter. Could somebody live in a shelter? Um, but yeah, something about you being a little bit hard to read to this person. Knight of Wands and then the Four of Swords. So this seems like a very sexually charged energy. I feel like there's definitely some um, explicit feelings that this person has towards you with this Knight of Wands energy. It's definitely giving like, ooh, especially next to this Four of Swords, he's laying down on the bed. So I definitely feel like this person would absolutely love the opportunity to, kind of, lay it on you. Um, if that's something that you're interested in. Now, this person shooting their shot, is this something that's around for a long time or a short time? Now, with this Knight of Wands energy, Knight of Wands usually gives fuckboy energy. It usually gives, somebody who's more so around for a fun time versus a long time. So I feel like overall, this person, again, they may want. They may be a little bit just more sexually attracted to you and physically attracted to you, but they may not necessarily be relationship material. Will they shoot their shot? Yes. You got the Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like absolutely. Ooh, and then the Page of Cups here. So very fun, flirty energy. I feel like they're definitely going to shoot their shot in a very flirtatious way. Like it's going to be very like undeniable of their intentions towards you, um, or their intention of approaching you. Um, but again, it just kind of comes off as more potential for more of like friends with benefits or like a one night stand or somebody that you can add to your roster, if that's something that you want. um Take what resonates. But yeah, I definitely am picking up this person kind of just more so want a fun time with you versus a long time. Now it could be potential for an actual relationship or connection. I definitely feel like the chemistry is very, very strong with y'all. Again, it kind of really shows in the way that y'all talk to one another with this Page of Swords, the way that y'all communicate with one another, y'all's flirty type of banter that y'all have. Um, yeah, something about the way that y'all be like flirting with one another, like the people around y'all be like, "Damn, just get a room." So y'all may kind of openly flirt. Take what resonates. Anything else for this? Yeah, it for some of you here, this may start off as just like a little fun, kind of more sexually charged energy, and it may turn into something more. I am picking up potential here. Not for everybody, some of you this just may be more of a, you know, fun time, not a long time, but others of you, this could be something that starts off as a fun time and could turn into a long time. Yeah, I was looking underneath age. You got the Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, underneath that is the Ace of Cups. So there could again be a little bit of potential. It just may not be something that um goes fast. Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy, but also very persistent, very diligent, and very focused. Um, Knight of Pentacles, he has a clear goal in mind, and he's actively going towards that. Um, so again, y'all may just start off as, a little bit of fun, and it may turn to something more. Take what resonates though. So group number two, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, last but not least, group number three, for those of you who are drawn to this third card of the Rock Star, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on who is getting ready to shoot their shot with you, who's about to be brave enough to approach you, ask you out, or let their intentions be known with you. Um, so you chose group or you chose card number 46 with the rock star, wild and free spirited. He'll serenade you tonight, forget you by morning. Okay, all right. So this is I'm getting somebody with like dark features. They could have dark hair, um, fair skin, olive skin. Somebody could have elongated nose. Somebody also has thick lips, like pretty juicy lips, is what I'm saying. Somebody has small ears. It's funny, I'm getting a lot of physical features with y'all's group, but I didn't really pick up any physical features with the other groups. Um, somebody also smells really good. I'm getting like Egyptian musk type of scent. Or somebody could wear like musky colognes or very like old fashioned type of colognes. I'm seeing cowboy boots. Um, somebody here can be Hispanic. I'm seeing somebody wearing a vest. Um, Six Flags can be significant for somebody here. I'm getting so many downloads with y'all's group. I didn't really get all this with the other groups. Um, what else? The color blue and the color green is very significant. Those could be somebody's favorite colors. Hmm. So I feel like this person here is somebody who's very much on the free spirited side of things, very much like the Fool in tarot. Somebody who's very like free spirited, kind of carefree. They're just kind of they're okay with taking risks in life and taking leaps in life. Very Sagittarius energy coming from this individual. Somebody here, he may like to sing, even if they're not really a good singer, because I'm not really picking up that, the person is an actual good singer. They just may sing just for the hell of it, just because they can. Um, why does this energy feel so familiar? This person could come off as a bit of a player. I feel like they're very, very good looking. They're so good looking. I'm getting somebody in their 30s. Seeing the number 33, 34, 32. I'm also seeing 29 and 28 and 24. 46 can be significant also. It's kind of giving the energy of like, older guys who may be in like their 40s or 50s, but they still have that like rock star type of vibe to them. They may still kind of dress up like rock star or very like youthful, somebody who's had this kind of the same style for years and years. Um, it's kind of giving that vibe. But this person's energy is very hot. Like it's very magnetic and attractive. It's something about their personality is very significant about this person too. This person has a very good personality. Again, they may come off as a bit of a player in that sense because of, how magnetic and attractive they are and how kind of charming they are with a lot of people. They're very charming, they're very good and smooth with their words. And that may kind of throw you off a little bit um, because you may think that they're just another fuckboy. But there's seems to be a little bit potential, is what I'm picking up from them. Why does this energy feel so familiar? Okay, let's get a little bit more about this person getting ready to shoot their shot. Somebody could have a slim body, and I'm also picking up a bit of a dad bod, or somebody could have, more slimmer futures, but maybe like a little pudge on them, like in their belly. Oh wow. Okay. I just noticed this. You got the full. I was just talking about that. I did not notice this. So it says fearlessly, I can't even read it. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy, and then using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. So this person could it's not necessarily that they're immature, but they just may have a very childlike, very youthful personality to them. Um, which for other people it may come off as if they are immature, but in reality, it seems like they're just more they just have a lot of personality. Um, and they just don't dim it for anybody. Um, something about this person could get in trouble like at work or something like that. Maybe their sense of humor or maybe certain boundary issues. It's not for everybody. But yeah, this person definitely comes off as very charming. They could be very funny. They may enjoy making you laugh. Um, very free spirited energy, like very rebel, rebellious type of vibes. They've had to go through a lot of experience to help them mature better. Maybe in their past they were a bit of a player, um, but maybe certain experiences have kind of really woken them up. And with denial of your emotional truth, so this person has really had to has really gone through the ringer um, when it comes to like their love life, even their platonic life, and really learning that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to feel your emotions. Um, maybe this person has like their moon sign could be in more of like a earth sign. So like Gemini, not Gemini. So like Libra, not Libra. Like Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, heavy on the Capricorn and Taurus moon. Um, could be very stubborn, don't always feel their emotions. They're very set on their beliefs, their values. Um, yeah, this person had to go through quite a bit of lessons that helped them to open up more emotionally. That could be something that they're still, working through and learning that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to listen to your emotions, but it's not okay to project onto other people or, you know, disregard other people's feelings and emotions. I'm hearing they're learning to be a better person. And I'm not getting that they're a bad person. They just have they've just made mistakes like the rest of us have, and it's they're just kind of having to learn from it. You got hero, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So yeah, very like heavy fire sign energy, very Sagittarius. Um, somebody here, this could even sound like your energy. This person is like seeking the truth of life. So they can be kind of starting a more spiritually led journey in life. Yeah, it seems like they're just kind of wanting to not necessarily get the truth of the light of life, but more so of, learning what's for them and what's not for them, what they want to believe and what they no longer believe. Maybe they are learning to kind of look through or release any like thought patterns or mindsets or values and beliefs that um, in the past benefited them, but now as an adult, they have questioned a lot of that. Heavy like Pluto energy, or even like Pluto retrograde, because I know at the time I'm filming this is Pluto retrograde, and this is like the time of, personal transformation and personal growth, and just kind of um, releasing, any beliefs or thought patterns that just you no longer align with, and just really doing a lot of like questioning of those beliefs and values, to even see if you want to continue adapting them or to let it go and to believe or adopt something else. So this person could, be in the midst of that Pluto retrograde energy of having to do a lot of personal transformation, and just kind of relearning themselves and, kind of on this journey of self discovery. You have dilettante, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Delights in the arts without having to be professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So this could be someone who could be artistic, or they just may have like an artistic hobby. I'm seeing photography. I'm getting writing, painting, gardening. I'm seeing somebody, what is it, like the what they're doing with like the clay, and they're like molding it and shaping the clay. It's a specific name. I just forget. I can't think of it. So they could do that. Take what resonates. Somebody could enjoy reading. Okay, tell me a little bit more about this energy. Interesting. Okay. So you got the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands. So the King of Wands definitely matches up to this rock star energy here. That's actually who I was kind of picturing as I was kind of reading, um, the energy from the rock star. There's a lot of attributes that the King of Wands has. But the King of Wands is, no longer a page. They're no longer a knight. They're now a king. So there were certain experiences. Yeah, Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there were certain experiences, um, you know, and just a lot of things that may have had to go wrong in this person's life in order for them to kind of wake up and mature more, and to get to this king status. So I feel like, you know, a lot of their past was very immature, very much like, I'm young, I'm single, I get to play the field, and I'm enjoying life, and I'm sleep with whoever I want and play with whoever's heart I want to play with. But something had to happen to this individual, in order for them to kind of wake up and see that, I can't keep on living life this way. Um, Something about a scare could be significant here. Maybe there was a pregnancy scare for somebody here, or maybe maybe like a health scare, something of that sort could be significant, whether to this person or to somebody around this person. Take what resonates, but it's really helped them to mature. Now, King of Wands is very hot, very much the rock star energy, very physically attractive, but he knows it. you know, um, so I feel like this person here shooting their shot. Um, they may have a little bit of an ego on them. Um, it's not the King of Wands in reverse, so it's not really toxic, but it's more of like this person. They know their value and their worth. They know what they look like, and they're not shrinking or lessening themselves for anybody. So this is somebody who's not afraid to take up space. This could be somebody who's quite extroverted. They may enjoy meeting people, talking to people, getting to know other people, talking to strangers, things like that. But they've done a lot of balancing in their life. Um, this could be somebody who's very much like a giver. They may enjoy gift giving. So with you, I feel like they could enjoy buying you gifts. They may enjoy getting you things, trinkets. Seeing somebody who travels and then they kind of get little trinkets from the places that they travel to kind of bring home to like their kids or to, their partner. That could be, one of this person's love language. I'm seeing, gift giving for sure. And I'm also getting physical touch. This person could enjoy physical touch when it comes to love language. So they could be very touchy feely with you. You come off as very soft to this person. Queen of Pentacles is like this person want to give you princess treatment. I can see this being something that's around for a long time. King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, they're opposite suits. They're quite opposite. So this could be like an opposites attract type of thing, or maybe y'all both come from different backgrounds, different ethnicities. I'm getting somebody here could be Black or African American, and other person could be like white. I'm also getting Hispanic. I'm getting Greek, Italian. Food can be very significant. Somebody here could be a foodie. They may enjoy eating a lot. Ooh, eating more than one thing. Oh, okay, okay, stop. Especially with this Ten of Wands energy, your person here could be somebody who takes on a lot. They may, be a people pleaser or a recovering people pleaser. They may take on loads that are not meant for them to carry. And that could be something that you kind of teach them, or something that they may be already learning right now, and learning to set healthy boundaries and to not, you know, give to just any and everybody. So that's something this person is kind of learning. Yeah, definitely opposites attract. Um, and I definitely see a lot of potential here for this to be a long-term connection here. You have both a king and a queen here. Again, different suits, but very, very compatible. It's also giving like black cat, golden retriever type of dynamic. So somebody here can be a lot more extroverted, while the other person could be a lot more introverted. What's the outcome of this connection? What's the potential of this connection? I didn't ask that with other groups, but I wanted to ask for y'all's. Page of Cups, fun, flirty, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is something that's a connection that's meant to come in. This is a aligned connection. So this could involve some deep healing here. The Chariot, a lot of growth within this connection. Ten of Swords is like the ending of a tough cycle. So this may be like the end of a cycle of you being single or a cycle of you having to deal with, misaligned connections. And this could be a connection coming in that, shows you, um, what you deserve and what you're worth. So I feel like this person is going to treat you quite well. Y'all gonna have a very interesting relationship and dynamic. Very fun, very passionate, lots of chemistry with one another. Very sexually charged connection also. Um, but I see y'all having a lot of fun with one another with this Page of Cups energy. You got the Chariot, which could talk about like travel. Y'all may travel a lot. Maybe somebody travels for work also is significant for somebody. Um, what else? Ooh, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, lots of potential for love or a long-term love and connection. I did see this Seven of Swords. So there could be an energy of like imposter syndrome. Maybe you may feel that it's like this love is too good to be true. So there could be an energy of like sabotage or self-sabotage. So just be careful with not self-sabotaging this connection. Don't go in it with like your walls up, because you may end up, you know, fucking up a connection that is aligned with you. It's something that is meant to be in your life or somebody that's meant to be in your life. So just be careful with this person as far as how you treat them, um, because it could cause this person to retreat or back off from the connection. They're a human being also, and they deserve to be treated well. Don't hold this person's past against them, especially if they're opening up and talking to you about their past and you know things that they have gone through. Um, don't judge. Some of you may have very expressive like faces. So kind of watch your face as this person is kind of opening up and talking to you about their past and things that they've gone through and things that they may have done. Again, don't judge, just listen, be empathetic and understanding, because potential wise, this, has a potential to be something that is a very healing connection. This could be like a new beginning in love for you. Ten of Swords is the ending of the cycle, and the Page of Cups is like a new, fresh beginning or fresh start. So again, lots of potential with this connection. But group number three, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.